Yo, what's up, guys? It's me again. So yesterday I recorded draft analysis for PGO week 1, and I already played my game, so I decided, fuck it, I'm just gonna make my week 1 game video, and yeah. So you can see this is the matchup. My team obviously. Megadance, Corviknight, Infernape, Runiculus, Crocodile, Rotom-Mow, Blastoise, Swallow, Dragalge, and Lickitung. And his team with Mew, Megazord X, Scizor, Mamoswine, Mandibules, Milotic, Magnezone, Virizion, Tauros, and Carbink. So my initial thoughts were that Mega Diancie outspeeds everything on this team that isn't Tauros. He's got a very slow team. But I was imagining, oh fuck man, that Scarf Magnezone or Scarf Mamoswine had a potential chance to come. Um, Scarf Mamoswine not so much, but it did have a spot in this matchup, I felt. Um, and then I say the biggest threat to my team was Mega Charizard X. I didn't have great ways to deal with it. I was expecting Sword Dance, Scale Shot, Earthquake, Fire Punch, or instead of Earthquake, a Fire move. Mega Diancie would have potentially been able to live a hit at +2, but Thunder Punch may have been a roll if he was adamant, or may have just killed if he was adamant. I did end up bringing Blastoise to check that, but we'll get into that later. And then obviously Mew is always a threat. Always a threat. I was expecting potentially just Cosmic Power Body Press, and then maybe Stored Power with Roost. The problem with that set was that it could not touch Reuniclus very well. And then I also was expecting maybe Calm Mind with Psychic, Thunderbolt, and and Ice Beam. I mean, maybe not Thunderbolt. Maybe just like something along the lines of that. And then Mamoswine was also a pretty big problem. I did have a good switch into that, which was Corviknight, and then also Blastoise could take an Earthquake. But I wasn't too worried about everything else. Scizor could have been a problem with Corviknight if it went down. Um, but Infernape can always live not always, but if it's a +6, I'm pretty sure I always live a Bullet Punch, unless it's a Life Orb. I didn't really care to calc +6's or because that was never going to happen. Mandibuzz, I it was annoying. It could switch into Infernape, since I wasn't banded. But I had pretty reliable ways to kill that in both Diancie and Rotom-Mow. Um, Milotic could have been annoying, but again, Rotom-Mow gets switching on it and kill it pretty much. And then I also I felt like Milotic was gonna come. It was a pretty good way to deal with Shell Smash Blastoise. If I was to bring that, but I didn't think it was gonna be like. I never thought that there would be a world where I would be stalled out by Milotic. And then Magnezone. I felt like this was gonna be choice carved because of Mega Diancie. Um, but I had two pretty good switches into that in Crocodile and Rotom-Mow. I didn't bring Dragalge or Lickitung, but they could also both switch into it fairly well. Virizion could come. Potentially Swords Dance with Close Combat, Leaf Blade, and then maybe like a way to boost speed. That could be pretty scary actually. And then Tauros, I was not expecting to come, and Carbink, I was also not expecting to come. So I'll get into what I brought. No Reuniclus. So I did not bring Reuniclus. I was gonna bring a Regenerator with Recover, Knockoff, Thunder, I believe, and then a Psychic move, but I ended up replacing it with Blastoise last minute. So I have Chill Corviknight. That's literally just because of Magnezone. I didn't want it to, me bring Corviknight in on Scizor. 8-click U-turn, go into Magna Zone, and then suddenly I don't have a Corviknight. I feel like Shed Shell was a must bring here. Rocky Helmet would have been nice as well, but Shed Shell was just. I felt like I definitely needed it in this matchup too, so Corviknight could do what it needs to do. Just Roost, U-turn, Brave Bird, Defog. Not a really crazy set, just didn't want Hazard to be up all the time. Brave Bird hits most of this team for decent damage. U-turn is U-turn, and Defog, and Roost is Roost. I don't really have much to say about this Corviknight set. I just didn't want to be um, unable to switch Corviknight into Scizor because if it clicks U-turn, Magnezone would just kill me. I feel like I need to. And Blastoise, this was a weird fucking set. Life Dew's a trash move. I didn't click it at all that game. It would have been better if I had something else, potentially knockoff, something like that. It doesn't have knockoff, so maybe toxic. But I didn't really feel like I needed another move. Kind of just flip turn, Scald, and I had counter because of Megazord X. At +2, if he wasn't adamant, I could always live. Actually, no, that's not true. But at +1, I always live any hit, even if it's adamant. And then I counter it, and it dies. Yeah. As well as if I'm in front of fucking Scizor and it clicks U-turn, I'm gonna get the counter and do a ton of damage. Same kind of goes for Tauros. I can do a bunch of damage to that. If it was physical Mew, it could work in that regard, and then Mamoswine as well. I don't know. I felt like I need to counter, at least for Megazord X. Everything else was just kind of there, and it could work. But it was not a really reliable way of beating Megazord X. My initial switch into it is Blastoise, but if it dies, or if Blastoise is not there, I'm probably just going to have to sack something and then bring it. Just full defensive. Mega Diancie, I was Rock Polish, Earth Power, Power Gem, Moonblast. Not packing Mystical Fire because there's just no real reason for me to stay in against Scizor. Also running Power Gem instead of Diamond Storm here because I didn't feel like Diamond Storm was an optimal bring. Power Gem, pretty much just for Megazord X. I didn't really need Diamond Storm. So yeah. This thing is really scary for him. If I get a Rock Polish up, I can sweep with this thing if my Law deck was weakened and Scizor was dead. And 1v1 most of this team with Mega Diancie. And it pressures Mandibuzz out. It means, like, if I have Mega Diancie in versus Charizard, he has to switch that out and take more rocks, potentially. Mega Diancie was very good here, but my next Pokemon was even better in this matchup, which is Infernape. Again, a really weird set. I was actually Blaze instead of Iron Fist, which would have been very bad had I clicked Fire Punch at all there. But you'll see that matchup. Yeah, that was a big fuck up. I was supposed to be Iron Fist. I had Fire Punch and Flare Blitz because sometimes, when they have two Steel types, and I want to lock into a Fire move, but I don't want to take a bunch of fucking recoil, I can just click Fire Punch. And I didn't really need any other move. Thunder Punch was not a good bring. It wasn't doing half to Mandibuzz or my Lodic, and there was no reason for me to really bring anything else. Mach Punch could have been an option for weakened Desert X, but I'm Choice Scarf, so I feel like it's better for me to just close combat it. Yeah. Like, I didn't really feel I needed any moves in particular, so I just went for double Fire Stab. And then Crocodile, which honestly was, when I was prepping, I was like, Crocodile is going to have to be a huge piece in this game, defensively anyways. I was really fucking relying on Crocodile to do shit here. Rocks were very important for Zardex as well as Mamoswine, because it means that Mamoswine, if it's choice banded and I have rocks up, I can't continuously switch in to do damage to my team. Rocks were just nice in this matchup in general. If I knock off Mandabuzz's boots, it's going to be taking rocks. And then Toxic was mainly just for Mandabuzz. Um, and then EQ knockoff. With this bulk, I can always have a +1. I mean, not a +1. A neutral Flare Blitz from Zardex. Um, but I can never live a +1 like ever. So the play here is just kill something to Zardex when it's a +1, bring in Crook, and then since I'm adamant, I always kill with Earthquake. But it was Zardex. I just didn't have anything really for it. I had to run a weird ass Blastoise set, and I had to pretty much kill him on if I wanted to beat it. But the game did not go as I expected, which we'll see. And then Rotom-Mow, I'm just Choice Specs, Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, Leaf Storm. Their only switch into this Pokemon was really Magnezone, and I guess Virizion, but Virizion's taking a huge amount. Um, I felt like it was just really important to have Rotom-Mow because it pressures Manabuzz and Milotic, and then I'm able to do a shit ton of damage to most of the other Mons on this team, including Scizor and Mew. Um, but yeah, I'm just standard enough speed, outspeed, Mamoswine. Yeah, I don't really think I need to explain anything else. Just yeah, that's the team. Um, and then the six that I were expecting, you already saw what he brought, but I'll get into what I was expecting. I was expecting Mew, Megazord X, Mamoswine, Milotic, Magnezone, and then Scizor or Mandibuzz. I felt like Scizor did not have to come here, although it was a very, very good response to Mega Diancie. Um, I felt like just having bulky Milotic would be a better option, as well as Magnezone that's Choice Scarfed. There's not a lot of times where I'm going to be willing to click Earth Power versus stuff like Mandibuzz, so you could bring that in and force me out. I feel like Scizor did not have to come here. He did bring Scizor, which yeah, I'll just hop into the match. I don't really think there's much else I need to say. Um, yeah. So, he brought pretty much this was what I was expecting, but I did not see Milotic, which really shocked me. Um, I feel like Milotic was definitely going to come with Haze for Just Smash Blastoise, and then like Scald, Flip Turn, Recover. I just felt like it was very, very good here. Um, checks, like especially defensive, checks Diancie and Blastoise, and can also check Crocodile, as well as Infernape. But with all that out of the way, let's just start turn one. I'm pretty sure I led Infernape. My logic was, regardless of what he leads, I'm able to either U-turn, CC, or click a fire move. These are both steel types. Infernape was going to put on a ton of pressure. If he leads Mamoswine, I can just CC that, or I can, which I did. I don't end up. It's just he does lead Mamoswine, but I don't CC. Um, I feel like in this situation, if he's leading Mamoswine, he's most likely just Sash, um, or Chople Berry. I didn't feel like he was going to be Scarfed, but looking back, I should have just switched into Corviknight because if he was Scarfed and I lost my Infernape, sure, that gives me the information that he's Scarfed, but what am I going to do with a dead Infernape versus this team? Infernape dies, that'd be incredibly bad. I do U-turn though, that was incredibly risky. So that damage showed me that he was close to max HP, um, which was pretty scary. So yeah, I just go into this. Pretty sure I clicked Earthquake, yeah, which means he was most likely Topple or Scarf. Sash, because yeah. So he gets rocks up. I U-turn again. I should have just clicked Body Press. I don't have Body Press. What am I talking about? I should have clicked Defog or Brave Bird. Maybe not Defog, but I feel like he's staying in here. The only thing he's clicking is Stealth Rocks. But U-turn was a good play. I didn't feel like he was going to stay in. I felt like going into Magnezone or Charizard, Charizard especially, would give him a chance to set up a Dragon Dance if I go for a Body Press or an Iron Head or something. So yeah, I go into back into Fernape, and again I just click U-turn. He goes into Mandibles this time. Oh, actually, I click CC. Jesus. Yeah, okay, that was weird. Pretty sure if he was Chop, will he still live that if he was, I don't know. But I CC. So I go into Diancie now. And this is where things get weird. He U-turns into Oh, he goes into Scizor. Man, I get all the fucking turns wrong. I lived to play this yesterday. But yeah, I go into Corviknight. He clicks U-turn. And I'm getting to the point where I'm stuck in the Vortex. He goes Magnezone. So, I feel like there's no reason for him to think that I'm Shed Shell, like, at all. He should just click Volt Switch and go for the kill. But I am Shed Shell, so I'm just going to go into Crocodile. I feel like there's no reason for him to click Flash Cannon, like, at all. So yeah, I just go into Krug, and he clicks Electric type move. Um, and here I get Rocks Up as he goes into Mandibuzz. Um, and then I'm just going to Toxic this thing, put it on the timer as he clicks Defog, which is very nice for me because rocks were not exactly nice. Um, Taking the extra chip on Corviknight and Blastoise would not be appreciated at all. Uh, so here I'm pretty sure I just knock, or I get rocks back up as he U-turns. That's, yeah, because now he can't go into Charizard. But he goes into Scizor, and I wanted to just knock, but I couldn't. He was going to U-turn anyways, but I just could not afford to make that. So he goes into this, takes 50%. I go into Blastoise as I was expecting to. He clicks Roost, and I just click Scald here. Hopefully that hoping that I got a burn on something. I was going to click Flip Turn and then bring in Infernape, or if he stayed in, most likely would have to bring in Diancie or Crocodile or something like that. But I just Scald, get some chip on this. I don't burn it, and I can't really complain. But here I flip turn. Oh no, I click counter. I was expecting him to click U-turn. But yeah, I Scald again, and then here I'm pretty sure he clicks Roost as I flip turn, and I go into Diancie. Yeah, I go into Diancie. So this was a really, really weird turn. I'll let you know. I clicked Moonblast. I was just full intention of just clicking a button and doing a shit ton of damage. Even both of these Pokemon were taking a fuck ton from Moonblast, like 30-40% ish after rocks, which was crazy. So I could have clicked Earth Power, but like I was just not willing to do that. Yeah. So I just clicked Moonblast, and this thing fucking. Oh, I clicked Power Gem, same thing. But yeah, this thing fucking drops. He goes into Scizor. I'm just going to go back into Corviknight. Like, really. He click U-turn all he wants. I'm just not making that play. So this time, I go into Rotom Mo, but he does click Volt Switch. Which really surprised me. I thought that after last time, when he knew that I was Shed Shell, and the fact that I have a ground type, I was really expecting him to click, Flash Cannon or even Body Press. So I went into Rotom, click a Volt Switch of my own, or whatever the case may be, potentially Trick something. I was not expecting him to Volt Switch, but it was a good play. He did definitely get the read right there. So here I click Volt Switch as he Dragon Danced. The thing was, regardless if he killed me, I was fine, because then I could get a chance to bring in Crocodile, and at this point he doesn't have a good switch in. Earthquake is doing a fuck ton. I'm adamant on max attack, and he'd be at -1 if he killed me, which means that I'm definitely living any hit, and I'm definitely killing him. So I was fine with letting this thing die here if it meant that I got to bring in Crocodile, but he does Dragon Dance, so I Volt Switch, and I go into Blastoise. Oh, I go into Crocodile anyways. Okay. Well, here, yeah. So this is a turn. Here I had a 56% chance to live this Flare Blitz. And definitely kill this Charizard. But let's see what happens. 56% chance to live, which is essentially a 50-50 to not lose to Charizard because I still have Twist Scarf and Fernip in the back, as well as a Blastoise. But to lose my Crocodile, which currently may be the best piece on my team, as it's dealing with a lot. Let's see what happens. Yo, he lands the roll. I wasn't too upset. I was kind of like a little bit tilted, and because I had a better chance to live than he did to kill me, but I couldn't really be mad at that. It was close to the same odd as landing a zap cannon, which is not reliable. If I lived, that would have been nice, but I can't really be mad that that killed me. So I did take 1-2 Infernape, and I CC the Charizard. So currently, the Pokemon that was the biggest threat to me is now gone, but I'm locked into close combat, and my opponent has a Mew, which in hindsight was really bad. I could have U-turned, but it was a roll that I did not kill, even though it was like a only like a 20% chance that I didn't kill. There was no fucking chance that I was taking that risk. If the thing roosts, I'm just going to lose to it. And there's nothing I can do about that. So I had to just click CC. And he goes into Mew now. I'll just let you know now. He goes into Mew. What? Okay, I've got this game all wrong. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I had to CC again and get chip on this thing as it U-turns. I take a good chunk from the U-turn, but this thing's now taking more damage. And now Mew's in. Now is when Mew's in. So I go into Rotom-Mow. Full intention of just sacking this for damage, or just sacking it in general. Flamethrower is... It's okay, so let's just slow down a little bit and just talk about what happened. This Nasty Plot Mew, which was a good bring. I was not sure what moves it would be. I was expecting... Well, I was not expecting Flamethrower as a move at all. I was expecting Thunderbolt, Ice Beam, when he first clicked Nasty Plot, and then potentially Roost or Psychic. But yeah. So and I just go into Diancie, and the game gets weird from here because I have to Moonblast this, and he has to kill me, and then I have to go into Infernape, and I have to Flare Blitz it. Or he can start spamming Roost. I can stall him out of Roost, and eventually get enough drops to the point where this thing is not going to kill me. But we'll see later that he does not have a move to kill me. His last moves were Thunderbolt and Roost, which are not really important at the moment. But he just starts clicking Roost, um, and eventually I'm going to get a drop. And it's just a matter of time. He goes in the Magnet Zone. Again, I just cannot click Earth Power ever. I just have to keep spamming Moonblast. So this thing comes in, and I'm now forced to sack him on. In this scenario, there's no reason for me to sack anything except for Blastoise. Blastoise is essentially useless. But I do live a Volt Switch, which gives me a chance to do something. I go into Blastoise. He Volt Switches. Does 66. Proves that he was not Specs. I already knew that, though. He goes into this. I am fully intent on just dying to an Earthquake. So, yeah, like, I was ready to sack this thing. But he clicks Knock Off. I live, obviously. I Scald him for a good amount of damage. I mean, killed. You know what I mean? Same thing. But yeah. He's just gonna pick me off now. I'm not really caring too much. He goes back into Mew. I go back into Mega Diancie. And the cycle continues of me just spamming Moonblast. I'm gonna speed this up, actually, because it's very unentertaining. But yeah, we just do this for a long time. Eventually, he just sacks him on because I've got enough drops. So, yeah. Sack Scizor to bring Mega Diancie. I mean, Magnezone in. I have to sack another Mon. This time it's going to be Corviknight because, again, I don't fucking need Corviknight. He left into Thunderbolt instead of Volt Switch, which means I got to go into Infernape, Flare Blitz, kill this thing, and now Mew is in. So, this endgame, I definitely actually could have lost, although it was very unlikely. If I did not get any drops, actually, I don't know if I could have lost this. I would have had to throw pretty bad. I'm trying to think of a way, but like I don't know. I feel like he has to spam Roost, and he also his last move was Thunderbolt, so he could not kill my Mega Diancie at +2. But yeah, the only way I could have lost this was by clicking anything that isn't Moonblast. I Flare Blitz here because I wanted him to just like I couldn't go into Mega Diancie and him click like Earth Power or something, and then I die or something like that. Like if he crits me, because then I just lose the game. So I Flare Blitz here, and he clicks Roost, and during the damage means that seeing the damage means he has to Roost again. So I just go into Mega Dance, and now, as he roosts, I waste a Roost, and from here, I'm just gonna speed it up to hyper fast. We just go back and forth clicking Moonblast, Roost, until eventually he runs out of roosts, and I just win the game. So yeah, the Thunderbolt. Yeah, I could not lose. Um, if anything, if I didn't get the drop that turn, um, he would have killed me with a Thunderbolt, and then I would have just been a 1-0 win. But I'm fine with a 2-0 win to start the season. That's like still a win. Um, I wasn't too sure what to say for the commentary here. Mew was definitely really scary at the end. Um, I feel like he potentially should have not sacked Scizor. Instead, he maybe should have sacked Magnezone first, but that's like just a small thing. I felt like after sacking Magnezone, bringing in Scizor, he could have gotten Mew in against Corviknight or Infernape instead of Mega Diancie, which means that he could have had a chance to Nasty Blood up again and probably claim another kill. But the problem there is that he would be taking chip from U-turn and he'd stop spam Roost. So I don't know if there was a way that Mew won that endgame. It's hard to say, but I think with Milotic, this game would have been easier for him to win. Um, but I understand why he didn't bring it. Scizor was definitely good here. I just felt like Milotic was potentially a little bit better. Or maybe instead of Mandibuzz, but Mandibuzz was kind of required for Defog. But yeah, that's the game. A very active chat to this game. But yeah, I'm just gonna end it now. This video. I'm always not sure what to say about videos, but very very good game. Groves, I was definitely scared. Like I definitely had to work for this win. I was completely caught off guard by Nasty Plot Mew. Uh, but it didn't end up doing what I thought it would. The game kind of went how I expected, except for no Milotic. I knew that closer to the end of the game, I knew that it was going to come down to stacking Mons to Magnezone, bringing in Infernape, and claiming lives. I just had to play my cards correctly, and I'd say I did for the most part. Um, yeah, that's it. Just good game, and I'll see you guys next week with more Mega Diancie clicking buttons.